Welcome again to Parida Academy, dear students. So this is Mughal Empire, and this is chapter 4, class 7. Okay. So today we will discuss one by one your book question answer. Okay. Let's come to the topic. This is your Mughal Empire. So first is milestone. You can write in your copy or in your book. So the first battle of Panipat lead to defeat of Sikandar Lodi. False. The real name of Sher Shah Suri was Rehman Khan. False. The the Padsanama was written by Abdul Hamid Lahori. Right. The main source of income of the government was foreign trade. False. Now this is your book question answer. You can watch this. So first is he introduced the Mansabdari system. First is Akbar. ये Akbar. Answer is Akbar. This was the land revenue system that developed during the reign of Akbar, who Jabati. Next is his real name was Farid Khan, Sher Shah Suri. Then the Rajput ruler who did not accept Akbar's suzerainty where ये हो गया फर्स्ट राणा प्रताप, बी राणा अमर सिंह एंड जय सिंह. राणा प्रताप हो गया महाराणा प्रताप और अमर सिंह उसका बेटा और जय सिंह उसका पिता. तीनों जय सिंह. ओके. राणा प्रताप, राणा अमर सिंह, तो बोथ ए एंड बी. जय सिंह उसका छोटा भाई, महाराणा प्रताप का छोटा भाई था जय सिंह. ये अकबर के साथ था इनको हराने के लिए. इनका स्टोरी अगर पढ़ोगे तो आप जान पाओगे जय सिंह कौन था. छोटा भाई था महाराणा प्रताप, मतलब अमर सिंह का चाचा लगता था. देन नेक्स्ट, शेर शाह वॉज द रूलर ऑफ अफगान एम्पायर. Babur defeated Ibrahim in the first battle of Panipat in 1526. Bairam Khan was appointed as the regent patron of Akbar. ये अकबर का जो था मंत्री था बैरम खान. अकबर fought which महाराणा प्रताप in the battle of हल्दी घाटी. हल्दी घाटी में युद्ध हुआ था. ओके. देन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आंसर, तुम्हारा शॉर्ट आंसर टाइप क्वेश्चन. ओके. सो नेम द फेमस मुगल रूलर्स हु वेयर द ancestors ऑफ मुगल्स. तिमूर और जेंघिज आर द फेमस Mongol rulers who were the ancestor of the Mughals. Who wrote Humayun's biography? Humayun's biography is written by Gulbadan Begum. The next is name the ruler who introduced the silver coin called Rupaya. Sher Shah Suri introduced the silver coin called Rupaya. The next question is name the system of branding of horses allowed by Akbar. The system of branding of horses followed by Akbar was Dagwa Chera. The next is why did Babur invade India? Which battle was fought by Babur while invading India? Babur invaded India on the invitation of Daulat Khan Lodi and Maharana Sangram Singh of Mewar to defeat Ibrahim Lodi. He fought the first battle of Panipat in 1526 when he invaded India. The next question is Humayun had to flee from kingdom in 1540 CE. Why? When did he come back? So Humayun had to flee from his kingdom because he defeated by Sher Khan twice in the Battle of Chausa and the Battle of Kannauj. After that, he had no option left but to flee from his kingdom. He come back to Delhi in 1955 after शेर शाह सूरी का डेथ के बाद. ओके, द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अच्छा, what is Dasala or Bandobast system? According to this system, all the land was measured and divided into 4 classes depending upon its fertility. The new land revenue system was known as Jabt. The annual revenue was calculated on the basis of a 10-year average of the yield and the prices of different crops. The land revenue was 1/3 of the average yield and it could be paid in cash or kind. The next question is what was Din-e-Ilahi? Explain briefly. Din-e-Ilahi was a new faith or religious order introduced by Akbar. It included the ethics of all religions, as Akbar believed that fundamentally all religions were same. It was more of a social organization or brotherhood or a code of conduct than a religion. It had no holy book, no dogmas, and practically no religious beliefs. The followers of Din-e-Ilahi believed in one God. Long answer type question. So describe the Agrajan relation during the Mughal period. Political stability under the Mughals contributed a lot to the development of agriculture. The peasant possessed the land as long as he paid land revenue. His children inherited it after his death, and he was also allowed to sell his land. The next is Khudkast. Peasant who owned and tilled the land. They owned the land, flocks and bullocks, and paid nearly 50% tax as land revenue. They had enough to pay and meet their daily needs. Okay. Then Pahis. So peasant who did not possess their own land, flocks and bullocks often tilled the land of Jamidars. They paid land revenue at customary rates. They grounded under the heavy burden of faction and barely managed to eke out an existence. Then Khudkast were more numerous than the Pahis and the village artisans. Okay. Then come to this Jamidars were responsible for collecting land revenue from a number of villages. Above the Jamidars were Rajas who dominated large chunks of territories and enjoyed internal autonomy. There was a vast disparity between the luxurious lifestyle of the nobles and Jamidaras. Then differentiate between the Mansabdari and Jagirabdari. Jagirabdari systems during the Mughal period. Jagirabdari, the land which was given by the emperor to his men in leu of revenue collection was collected was called as jagir, and the man possessing jagir was called jagirdari মানে owner jagirdari, and this phenomena was called as jagirdari. Mansabdari. Akbar introduced a Mansabdari system in the Mughal administration. It was a rank or order in military or administration department, except judiciary of the time. The word Mansabdari in uh, hierarchy indicates the number of troops the Mansabdari had to hold in his possession. To find out the exact number of troops to be held by Mansabdar was decided by the rank of the officers. While in administrative purpose, a officer holding land for tax collection may be called as Mansabdar. Then come to the difference. All Mansabdars could be called as Jagirdars, but all Jagirdars were not to be called as Mansabdars. What reforms were carried out by Sher Shah during his region? Reforms carried out by Sher Shah during his region can be explained as follows. First, he built an excellent network of roads called the Sher Shah Suri Marg to promote trade. He also made a number of sarais on every road for the convenience of the travelers, and planted many fruit bearing trees on both sides of the roads. Then third, as an efficient administrator, he introduced many administrative, civil, military reforms and land revenue system. Then next, he separated maintaining gold coin called mohar, copper coin called dam, and silver coin known as rupaya. The next question, write about the administrative skills of Akbar. How can you say that he was a follower of Sher Shah? In 1580 CE, Akbar divided the whole Mughal empire into 12 provinces called subhas. Then first one, each subhas was divided into a number of sukras. Then next is sukras were further divided into pargans and mahalas or villages. Then the emperor was the head of the empire. He had all the sovereign powers. He was held by his cabinet member like wazir. Wazir means prime minister. Diwan, revenue minister. Mir Baks, prime minister of the army, and Kozi, highest judicial head. He followed the policy of Sher Shah in his administration, but introduced some changes in it according to the vastness and nature of his empire. So this is it. यहाँ से एंड होता है. Okay, the end. So I hope you like this video, and comment on the video for next video. Thank you.